How's it going, retro people? My name is Brad, this is Retro Style Spotlight, and this is your news, notes, history, and retro games to play for the week of June 28th, 2016. Last week's tutorial was based on the Taito Type X arcade system primarily used in Japan and are really just PCs running off modified versions of Windows. The games are a bit tricky to get up and running though, and it seems to elude everyone on how they work. If you need help in getting those systems up and running in Launchbox, then look no further. Jason and myself will be in Arlington, Texas, October 1st and 2nd for a Retropalooza, a retro video game convention. There will be lots of YouTube personalities there like the Game Chasers and Pat the NES Punk. Alongside having a booth, Jason and I would love to be on a panel. We were also aiming for our own panel, but I am unsure if there's enough time left for this to happen. So we would love it if our community could tweet to Retropalooza asking for Jason or myself to be on any emulation-based or appropriate panels. The tweet will be in the description below, just copy and paste. A user on the forums by the name of Rain Stumble had purchased some awesome looking artwork based on video game consoles for a front end that they were working on. However, after finding Launchbox, they decided instead to donate the artwork for us to use in our database. The need for other systems grew so fast by our members that they created a GoFundMe campaign to commission the creation of the rest of the artwork by the original artist. Currently at $563 Canadian of the $750 first tiered goal, the campaign is picking up some steam in the Launchbox community. If you like the artwork and would love to see Launchbox use these as an alternative for console banners, then donate what you are comfortable giving and let's get all the artwork created. The original Doom recently had another episode released by John Romero before the release of the... I wrote all this and I can't read any of it, apparently. The original Doom recently had another episode released by John Romero before the re-release or the remake or the re-something or other of Doom. On top of mods, of course, the life of that game has gone on far longer than anyone would have guessed. With the recent announcement of a new Quake game at E3 2016 by Bethesda, Quake also now has a new episode released for the original game. Released by Machine Games, the devs behind Wolfenstein: The New Order, there is now new content for the 20th anniversary of this great shooter. Installing the new episode feels like how you would install mods and extra content from years of gaming past. Download the RAR, plop it into the proper directories, and it should work great. The new episode is also apparently just as hard as the original game ever was. If you don't own Steam. It's supposed to say if you don't own the game, and I wrote if you don't own Steam. Yeah, wow. If you don't own Steam, you can purchase it on GOG and Steam. If you don't own Quake, you can go ahead and purchase it on GOG and Steam right now for a modest price, and it is currently on sale for Steam's big summer sale for $2.50. If you don't want to dig out your old discs, grab one of these digital versions and enjoy the new content after 20 years of not shooting anything. Retro-style games are everywhere nowadays, and there's a good reason for it. These developers grew up loving that era of game and want to create their own legacy in that style. Hell, I am trying to do that myself with my game. However, some developers want to harken back to the older pixel style while creating a game that really screams new age genre bending. Said Valhalla, a Cyberpunk Bartender, but spelt in a stylized sci-fi way, this game seems to be mixing the sci-fi oppressive feel of something like Deus Ex or Ghost in the Shell with cheers. Your job is to tend to your barflies that wander in from this dystopian city and learn something about the people that live in this city that have to deal with corporations reigning supreme, where all human life is infected with nanomachines designed to oppress them, and the terrifying white knights that ensure everyone obeys the laws. I actually just put this game on my Steam wishlist while writing this script. This looks very different and very interesting. Pick it up if you are yearning for a different type of game. Sonic has recently turned 25 and Humble Bundle has got you covered. The Blue Blur has aged up and a bundle with several of the more acclaimed games in Sonic's past are currently on sale. For the low price of $1, you receive 4 games with a mix of 2D and 3D. A Beat the Average tier that currently sits at $9.53 offers 4 more games with the same mix, adding in his Racer and the promise for more to come to be added before the bundle expires. At $10 or more, and Let's be fair, at $9.53 for the beat the average, you might as well spring the extra 50 cents and grab 4 more games from Sonic's most recent venture into gaming. If you are feeling even extra adventurous, at $35 you could also get an exclusive and amazing looking Sonic t-shirt supplied from the gaming website Fangamer. I've personally purchased a lot of products from them and I love their quality. Their shirts generally go for about $20 to $25, so if the price difference is worth it for you, I would pony up the extra $25 for the beautiful looking shirt. If you are a person that is more into comics and reading, then they also have a bundle for Sonic's comic adventures too, with a free sampler on offer if you'd like to give them a read before you buy. Let's not forget either that a percentage of your purchase also goes to the Child's Play charity, which is headed up by Penny Arcade and is an admirable charity to give back to. Grab these bundles if Sonic is nostalgic for you and you want to help out the children. This month in 2002, the D&D steeped Neverwinter Nights was released for the PC world. And as a side note, I also had a choice of Sonic games, but I thought that would be too on the nose. Neverwinter Nights is a third-person role-playing video game developed by BioWare. Interplay Entertainment was originally set to publish the game, but financial difficulties led to it being taken over by Atari. It was released on Windows on June 18, 2002. BioWare later released a free Linux client in June 2003, requiring a purchased copy of the game to play. Microsoft also released a Mac OS X port in August of 2003 for the same game. Neverwinter Nights is set in the fantasy world of the Forgotten Realms campaign setting, with the game mechanics based on the Dungeons & Dragons 3rd edition rules. The game engine was designed around an internet-based model for running a massively multiplayer online game, which would allow end users to host game servers. The intent was to create a potentially infinite, massively multiplayer game framework. The game was named after the original Neverwinter Nights online game, the first ever graphical MMORPG, which operated from 1991 to 1997 on AOL servers. Dial-up servers paid by the hour, I might add. The original release of Neverwinter Nights includes the game engine, a game campaign that can be played as a single player or in a multiplayer mode, and on Windows releases, the Aurora toolset used for creating custom content that would run in the same engine. 3 expansion packs were subsequently released for the game: Shadows of Undertide in June 2003, Hordes of the Underdark in December 2003, and Kingmaker in November 2004. BioWare then began selling premium modules through an online store in late 2004. And with the previously mentioned mod tools being released, mods are still being released for the game to this day. The game's success led to a sequel, Neverwinter Nights 2, released on October 31st, 2006. Not 16. There's not a 1 in there. So that was Retro Style Spotlight for the week of June 28th, 2016. All the relevant links to everything you heard in this edition of RSS will be in the description below. Remember, you can sign up for a Launchbox forum account to talk with us over there. If Launchbox has given you a beautiful library of games, then why not purchase a premium license of Launchbox for $20 to access Big Box, which is a controller and couch-oriented version of Launchbox. We also have our Launchbox games database now available for users to contribute to. If you have a few favorite games that are lacking in metadata or media, head on over to the games page on the database and make your desired edits or add the game page yourself. Jason and I have a lot planned for our community, so if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, we're doing a tutorial video every Friday and more entertainment type shows like this in the future, as well as live development videos. Let us know what you think of RSS and any feedback you may have on it. My name is Brad, and remember, Freaks and Geeks, to play more games, and we'll see you next time. Have a good day.